If you're watching this, it's because your dryer is not drying your clothes or it's not getting hot enough. In this video, I'm going to show you how to easily fix that and get your dryer working properly again. And spoiler alert, the culprit is lint. Now, of course, there may be other reasons or factors at play, but 9 times out of 10, your dryer is not performing properly because of excessive lint buildup. Now, some places you're going to be checking are obvious, but there are also other areas you need to clean lint out of, and I'm going to show you exactly where they are and what tools are going to help you do that. The first one you need to check is your lint catch, and you should be checking this one before and after every dry cycle. But this is the obvious one, and I'm sure most of you are already doing that. But in addition, at least once a month, take it out over the sink, give it a good dry brush, and finishing off with a deep clean using some soapy water, making sure you scrub the screen really well because over time the lint might clog up the pores in the screen, and hit these plastic channels really well too, because if lint builds up in this, it'll prevent the trap from sitting properly inside your washing machine, causing the lint to sneak its way past the trap and making its way down inside your machine. Which leads us to our next mission, cleaning out the lint that's trapped deep inside your machine. And it doesn't matter how regularly or religiously you cleaned your lint trap, lint will make its way down in your machine. It's just a matter of fact. And depending on how often or never you've cleaned inside your machine, you will be in for a surprise. There's a couple ways to get after cleaning inside here. You can pick up these long wiry brushes. They come in different sizes and different shapes, and these will bend and twist and get their way down inside your lint trap and clean out any lint that's inside deep in your machine. And you can even pick up one of these vacuum attachments that's made to get inside there as well and suck all of that lint up. I'm going to put links to all of these products down in the description, tag them in the comments in case you want to pick them up as well. Before getting in there to clean, you can take the extra step of removing this plastic fascia in and around the lint trap. There's 2 Phillips screws here on my machine, but as well, most lint traps are going to have double-sided tape sealing around the perimeter that you're going to have to peel off and probably replace with new double-sided tape. So you can take that extra step, but for this video, I'm just going to use the narrow opening provided with the tools that I have to show you just how much lint we're going to get out of this machine. To minimize the amount of lint dust I start hacking up out of this machine using the wire brush, I'm going to start with the vacuum attachment connected to my shop vac. For demonstration purposes, to show you how much lint we're going to pull out, I've removed the bag, covered my filter with a protective screen, and we're going to see just how much lint gets collected in that shop vac. And of course, safety first, before jamming this vacuum attachment deep inside our machine, let's go ahead and unplug the unit, disconnecting the power. And before we turn the shop vac on, just to demonstrate how much area can collect lint inside your machine, let's run this nozzle down inside, see how far it goes. All right, so that deep down inside the machine without any obstruction, that's what area can collect lint inside of your dryer. All right, let's turn on the shop vac and see how much lint we can pull out. Now I'm running this nozzle down and I'm hitting an obstruction, and it feels kind of spongy, like it's lint, but so compact that it's not getting loosened and sucked up by the vacuum. So I think we might have to go in with the brush and use this brush to break up any lint that's been stuck deep inside this area. All right, I think I've loosened it all up with this brush. Some of it got pulled out. Let's go back in with the vacuum. All right, let's now go and shut this vacuum off and see what we've collected from inside of the machine. I hope it didn't clog up my filter. Oh yeah, tons of lint from inside. Yeah, that's probably maybe more than I thought I'd get from inside of this small area, because I felt like I was only getting down and bottoming out around here. The lint gets sent down towards the back of the machine. I think we're going to have to hit it from the back side. Now when you pull back your dryer, you might see a whole big mess of different lost socks and garbage, but more importantly, if you start seeing some lint buildup in and behind your machine, it obviously means that some lint is getting through and you're not catching all of it with your routine trap clean. So we're going to start by vacuuming and tidying our workspace, and then we're going to pull off this dryer vent hose and work from the back side, sucking out as much lint as we can deep inside our dryer. So now that we got our work area cleaned up and taken off this filthy hose, we can get inside the back of the machine and see how much lint we'll pull out from inside there. Just like with the front side of the machine, I feel like a lot of this lint is caked on so thick and stuck to the sidewalls that it's not getting vacuumed up. I think the brush needs to go in first, loosen it all up, see how much we can pull out. Okay, so the brush is doing a great job, but there's so much plumes of lint dust coming out. I'm going to run the vacuum in tandem. I think we loosened everything up and now we can get back in just with the vacuum, finish it off. All right, now that we got the backside cleaned up and all that lint out of there, let me shine a light in and show you what it looks like inside. So this leads all the way to the front of the machine, and then it angles up towards the lint catch at the front by your dryer door. So even though we've already cleaned the front of the lint catch, now that we've brushed and vacuumed all up inside there, we'll go back to the front and just give a quick inspection inside. See if there's any lint that was sent back this way while we were cleaning from the backside. You can see there's a little bit down there. And this is all that reservoir we were cleaning at the very beginning. See how clean it is on the inside, but there is a little bit that got sent back this way while we were scrubbing and vacuuming from the backside. And once that is done, we know our dryer is absolutely clean and free of lint. It's not going to be the problem of the clothes not getting dry before we get the new hose installed. We're going to take the old hose outside and have a look at that exit port right there where the vent exits on the exterior of the house. Clean that as well and see what the hell might be inside this dryer vent hose. So I went ahead and cut this hose in half, dissected it in two, just to show you, I don't know if I can show clear enough on camera, just how thick the wall of lint built up on the inside of this hose is. Now guys, you really need to change this out once in a while. For lint to be able to travel through this hose and outside of your house, it needs a clear path. But with all this lint built up, it's just a trap for lint to get clogged and stuck along its way, never making it outside of the house. And the more lint builds up inside of this hose, the harder it is for the lint to get out, and the more lint will get trapped and left behind inside of your dryer. Not to mention the fire hazard that it causes. Guys, lint is extremely flammable, great for starting campfires, but not good to accumulate inside of a hot dryer. So with your dryer cleaned out of lint and a new hose installed, your dryer is almost ready to start actually drying clothes again. We're going to get that hose installed, but before we do that, we're going to clean out the wall vent. Just to touch base on the installation of the hose, we had all that lint and dirt all around the backside of the machine, and that's because the previous owner installed this vent hose without taping up and seam sealing the exit port. You might have a snug enough fit with just fitting the hose over top of the exit port. This dryer even has a retention clip to keep the hose in place, but you got to tape around the seam here, or else lint's going to find its way in and out of your machine and around the backside. So go ahead and buy some dryer vent tape or use a hose clamp to tightly seal that hose up against the exit port. Luckily, my exit port isn't too long. It's about 12 inches deep before it exits the house, so I can get in there with a hand brush and my vacuum, clean it all out. If yours runs deeper and longer, they sell drill attachments with a brush at the end where you can get in with extension rods as deep as 4 or 5 feet and clean out the entire length of your exit port leading to the exterior of your house. Unfortunately, I didn't capture this on camera, but I came to the outside where the exterior vent is, and there was tons of lint covering this entire cage here, completely blocking any airflow to escape from the house. So in addition to cleaning that length of conduit running from your dryer room to exterior, definitely come outside and clean in and around the vent here. Similar to how I cleaned out the backside of the dryer, I got the vacuum running in tandem with a brush. So I'm brushing all the lint out and sucking it up with the vacuum as it exits. Not a whole lot of lint in here, but it's only a 12-inch segment, but there was some. Definitely clean inside here. I think the biggest culprit was the vent hose. Now that we got the wall vent cleaned out, time to attach the hose. Definitely start by attaching it at the rear of your dryer, because then you can slide the dryer back to the wall and run the hose up to the wall with the least amount of slack. The more slack and kinks and curves in this hose, the more places for lint to accumulate and cause you grief in the future. Here's what the finished product looks like. I got the hose connected at the top with both a hose clamp and tape, just like we did at the back side of the machine. And I just did a test cycle with these dish towels, and my dryer is finally drying again, hotter and quicker than before. Guys, I hope this video was clear enough to help you get your dryers working again. I'll make sure to put links in the description to the products I used. And please, if it did help you, let me know in the comments. I love reading them. I always make sure to reply. And hearing that my videos might help somebody out really means a lot.